One comment. Representative Schiff is a national security threat, as he threatens to defund intelligence community. September 26, 2019. Tripendit reports, as President Trump faces media scrutiny over a phone call he held with Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky, Representative Adam Schiff, D. California, said he may seek to withhold funds from the intelligence community unless they disclose the full contents of the conversation. Schiff, who serves as the House Intel Committee chairman, appeared on CNN's State of the Union Sunday, where host Jake Tapper asked if Schiff would be willing to put the nation at risk to get to the bottom of the cryptic report. It depends on what funds we withhold, Schiff replied. In this case, you have the Office of the Director of National Intelligence that is withholding this complaint in violation of the clear letter of the law. And there are funding requests that office makes that don't go directly to national security that we can withhold. Representative Adam Schiff has become a major national security threat, even though you could claim the Democrat attempted coup over a fake Trump/Ukraine hoax already puts our nation at risk. However, what Representative Schiff wants to now do is to defund America's intelligence community, on the basis if the full contents of the conversation between Trump and Ukraine's President Zelensky are not released. What's funny about this is that President Trump has already released the full transcript, and it has nothing in the transcript that Democrats claim to have happened between Ukraine's president and President Trump. Representative Schiff is basically threatening to defund America's intelligence apparatus if this whistleblower complaint and transcripts do not show what Democrats are claiming. By the way, it was actually Biden who admitted that he put pressure on Ukraine if certain investigations were not ended. DIA officer gets 10 years in prison for providing China with classified U.S. defense information. September 25, 2019. Zero comments. Fox News reports, a former Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA, officer from Utah who admitted to selling classified national defense information to China was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison Tuesday. Ron Hansen, 60, pleaded guilty in March to one count attempting to gather or deliver national defense information to aid a foreign government. The charge carries a maximum sentence of life in prison, but prosecutors agreed to recommend a 15-year sentence as part of Hansen's plea agreement. U.S. District Judge D. Benson reduced Hansen's sentence to 10 years after considering Hansen's cooperation with investigators. The Washington Free Beacon, citing court documents, reported that in addition to money, Hansen's spying was motivated by his distaste for President Trump. During an intercepted phone call, Hansen attempted to recruit a DIA co-worker as a fellow Chinese spy by saying he feared Trump would start a war and that was justification to provide Chinese intelligence agencies with information for their efforts to penetrate U.S. defense. Once again, another minion of the deep state goes down for giving China classified U.S. information, as former DIA officer Ron Hansen is going to federal prison for 10 years for attempting to sell China classified U.S. defense information. A very interesting piece to this puzzle in this DIA officer being sent to prison for selling out America to China, is that court documents detail that Hansen's conspiring with China was for his distaste of President Trump, so this is a case of severe TDS being sent off to prison. Another part of the story is that not only is Hansen going to prison for the following, but this individual's hate for Trump is what made him provide Chinese intelligence with information for their efforts to penetrate U.S. defense. I think this case shows that the sellout of America to China is very Democrat-related, and pretty soon bigger names will be going down for selling out America to China. It's only a matter of time before a Democrat in Washington shows up in the same type of story for helping out the Chinese government. U.S. Attorney Durham looking into Ukrainian involvement in 2016 election. September 25, Washington Examiner reports, the Justice Department revealed that U.S. Attorney John Durham, picked by Attorney General William Barr to look into the origins of the Trump-Russia investigation, is investigating whether Ukraine was involved in any 2016 election efforts. A Department of Justice team led by U.S. Attorney John Durham is separately exploring the extent to which a number of countries, including Ukraine, played a role in the counterintelligence investigation directed at the Trump campaign during the 2016 election, DOJ spokeswoman Carrie Kupek said Wednesday. While the Attorney General has yet to contact Ukraine in connection with this investigation, certain Ukrainians who are not members of the government have volunteered information to Mr. Durham, which he is evaluating. Durham has been Barr's right hand as the two look into the complicated and classified issues surrounding how an investigation into the Trump campaign's alleged ties with Russia-dubbed Crossfire Hurricane got its start, though the U.S. Attorney from Connecticut has been virtually silent since his selection. The DOJ statement comes as the White House released a transcript of the controversial July 25 phone call between President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, in which Trump suggests that Ukraine should investigate Biden and his son Hunter, who was on the board of a company owned by Ukrainian oligarch Mykola Zlochevsky. The Democrat and enemy of the people media are in some major trouble over this Trump/Ukraine hoax, as U.S. Attorney John Durham is going to investigate Ukrainian interference in the 2016 election. At the time of the 2016 election, the Ukrainian government was very friendly to the Democrat establishment, as we have even found out today that Ukraine has the Clinton email server, and this was during the time Poroshenko of Ukraine was being friendly with the Obama administration. This will only doom the Democrat establishment, because if Ukraine had the Clinton server during the 2016 election, then this would only mean that Ukraine during the time of President Poroshenko was interfering in our election for the benefit of Democrats. It has also been exposed through a former Ukraine Security Service agent that Ukraine under Poroshenko put IMF fund money into the 2016 Clinton campaign, so it shouldn't be too difficult for U.S. Attorney Durham to find evidence of Ukraine interfering in the 2016 election for the benefit of the Democrat establishment.